Zombie worms don't crave brains, they crave bones. These tube worms live 3,000 meters below the surface of our oceans and love drilling into bones that they encounter on the seafloor. They hold onto the bones with their roots and then secrete an acid that can dissolve the bones and release the fats and proteins that are trapped inside. The friendly bacteria that lives within the body of the Osedax worm will then digest these fats and proteins, turning them into collagen and lipids. And that is then somehow transferred back into the bodies of the worms. Unsurprisingly, the word Osedax means bone eating in Latin. These beautiful tube worms have red feathery plumes that act as gills and can extract oxygen from the surrounding seawater. But what makes them famous is not their absolute beauty, but their love for feasting on whale falls. Whale falls are what we call carcasses of dead whales that have sunk from the surface of our oceans down to the darkest depths. While whale bones might be a hot favorite meal, these worms aren't too fussy about what kinds of bones they feed on because food in the deep sea can be quite scarce. As it turns out, there are about 26 different species of Osedax worm awaiting a bony meal in the darkest depths of our oceans. If you thought all of this was exciting, there's more. Scientists who were studying these Osedax worms that were drilling their way into some of the bones of a grey whale carcass found that all the hard workers were females. This confused them, and so they delved deeper into this, and they soon discovered that while there were plenty of males around, they were just so tiny and microscopic that they couldn't be seen with the naked eye. As it turns out, the males actually live within the bodies of the females. One study found that there were 111 males living within the body of a single female Osedax worm. I know this sounds really weird, but what I can tell you is that it's a super handy strategy because no time is wasted in finding a partner to make baby zombie worms, and once the eggs or gametes are fertilized by the resident males, they can be spread far and wide in the hopes that they find good homes on recently fallen bones.